Welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with the final series in this Elite Discord tournament. We are starting game one between the Thumpers and the Buzzwings. And hopefully, you've been following along because this has been an insane tournament with such fun games, some crazy outcomes, some crazy comebacks, dominant pitching performances, slobber knockers of games. Just so much fun in this tournament. I hope you all have been enjoying it. But we are heading to the end of this initial tournament, and I'll be honest with you all. I have been I've been delaying recording these because I am very nervous to watch my Buzzwings go up against this very, very dominant Thumpers team, starting with their S tier starter, Bruce Wishwash, the captain of this team. I am very nervous, but it's going to have to happen. We have a great team. This is a great matchup, and I'm excited to see how it all plays out. Win or lose, I'm happy with the results of my team, the Buzzwings, and I think that this will be fun and very entertaining no matter what. So let's go ahead and get into game one. You know a lot of these players already, and we're going to kind of brush through this lineup so that we can get into the game, starting with one of the most hot hitters in the league right now and in this tournament is Knox Horn. He finished the Prowl off with a grand slam in a walk-off fashion. Super exciting. Make sure you go back and watch that last game if you missed it. But he's going to be leading things off here for the Thumpers, followed by Archie Sormore, who will be playing the DH role in this one. Ginger Munster, another very hot bat in the lineup, is going to be playing right field in the 3 spot. Britt Luna at number 4, playing second base. Caleb Thompson cooled off quite a bit from that first series. He'll be at third base, batting 5. Vip Austin, the center fielder, batting 6th. Joe Tent at shortstop today. I know the manager is not excited to see him in the starting lineup and on the defensive side of things, but we'll see what he does at short today. Then we have Maxton Myers at 8 at first base, and Francesca Brown, the catcher, rounding out the order. Bruce Wishwash, we all know him. We fear him. He will be starting in this one, facing off against a very formidable Buzzwings offense. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they're bringing to the table. They're going to be leading things off with Captain Liam Undermeyer. He's locked in for this game. Lucky to see that. Next, we have Jillian Fisher, the second baseman, who's been getting it hot once again in this one. Landon Stone in the DH spot. He's going to be batting number 3. Keegan Howell has been getting a little warmer, playing shortstop in the 4 spot, followed by Pork Nelson, the catcher. And then we see Kamari Butler is going to be playing left field and starting in the 6th spot. Continuing on, Kayla Carter, the first baseman. Huge comeback from her in that last game against the Lockhorns. She's going to try and stay hot in this one. Zeke Green gets the start in right field, and then rounding out the order will be Tandy Saunders, who is the shortstop but will be playing third base, his secondary position, in the 9 spot in the order, as Tessa North is currently tense and she's trying to settle herself and her nerves. We will have Montgomery Landry going in this one. The lefty, the A minus pitcher, will be facing off and trying to hold down that Thumpers offense. So let's see how this one goes. Let's jump right into it. We will be starting things off at Big Sky Ballpark. The Buzzwings will be the home field, or get the home field advantage in this one, just due to the fact that they are the higher seed. So again, we'll see how this all plays out, but hopefully you're excited for what I'm hoping is very competitive match between these two teams. I'm not opposed to seeing this go to Game 5, but for the Buzzwings' sake, I hope this goes in 3 games in their favor. We'll see how it all plays out. So Landry versus Knox Horn. Not the best person to see to start this tournament, or to start the series off, but we get a broken bat pop-up right behind home plate, and that's out number 1. So that's getting some of the nerves out of the way for Montgomery Landry. He now has to face off against Archie Sormore, and blows that one past him at 98 miles per hour. Quickly down 0-2. And there's strike 3, swinging through it on 3 pitches. Archie Sormore goes down. And now here comes Ginger Munster, the ace exterminator. And you just don't get a break in this lineup for Montgomery Landry. We'll see what he can do here. Down 0-2 already, swinging strike there, and takes strike 3 inside part of the plate, and that is going to knock Ginger Munster's mojo back to neutral. 3 up, 3 down. Montgomery Landry starts things off very quickly for the Buzzwings, and now we flip the script and we head to bat against Bruce Wishwash, and here comes locked in Liam Undermeyer, who grounds to Tent over at shortstop and gets the throw out at first, and he tried for the Undermeyer special and could not get that through the hole. He didn't get it far enough away from Joe Tent, so we have 1 out. Jillian swings at the first pitch, pulls it foul. Swings at the second pitch, pushes it foul. Swings at the third pitch, pops it foul. Swings at the fourth pitch and grounds to Maxton Myers over at first base, and look at that. We see the mojo boost for Bruce Wishwash, and now he's going to be locked in as he faces off against Landon Stone, who is a fastball hitter. So we'll see if Bruce tries to challenge him here. 2 off-speed pitches in a row for 0-2 count. Another off-speed pitch. Another off-speed pitch, and that one drops right at the bottom of the zone, and Landon Stone is frozen there for out number 3. So both pitchers starting things off very quickly with 1, 2, 3 innings. And here comes Britt Luna for the Thumpers. Now, as we all know, and it looks like Landry is locked in as well after his 1, 2, 3 inning. As we all know, everything can change in a moment. All it takes is one mistake pitch, one big swing at the right spot for this game to get flipped all on its head. And here comes Caleb Thompson, the ace exterminator, who grounds out to first. Kayla Carter getting some action there over at first base, catches a line out, and then grounds out. So Vip Austin here with 2 outs already, and he grounds that one right in front of the plate. It dribbles down the line, and Pork Nelson's able to get it over to Carter for out number 3. So another 1, 2, 3 inning for Montgomery Landry. And Vip Austin lost his mojo there too. So he is going to be tense out there in center field. Here comes Keegan Howell, starting to pick it up just a little bit there in that second round against the Lockhorns. We'll see if he carries any of that over into this in this series against the Thumpers. Very big matchup ahead of him against Bruce Wishwash, who's got a 2-2 count here. Takes ball 3, full count now. And hits that one, and he flies it out to left field, and it's deep, but it's right up against the wall. Knox Horn catching that one on the warning track for out number 1. But he does work the count there, getting him to work full before flying out. And here comes Pork Nelson. Great contact for him, and he's gotten a lot of base hits in this one, but he's already down 0-2. And he takes ball 1 low, that one right below the zone. And there's strike 3, 97-mile-an-hour fastball right on the outside part of the plate for strike 3 looking, and Pork Nelson goes down looking. Here comes Kamari Butler with his contact versus righties locked in, or in here at full effect. And here comes Little Hack to help him out even more. 1-1 evens the count, no more Little Hack. And that ball, Maxton Myers with a diving play at first base, and it didn't look like his glove was going to get on it at first, but somehow it almost sometimes felt like the ball teleported to the glove there. But great play from him. Nice diving catch. And here comes Joe Tent, the shortstop, against Montgomery Landry, locked in. 2-0 count to start this inning. Now 3-0 count on Joe Tent. And he does not get the green light. He takes strike 1. And strike 2 is a pop-up. This one to shallow right field. And Jillian Fisher ranges back and calls off the right fielder Zeke Green to catch that one. And here comes Maxton Myers. He made a really great defensive play, and now he's hoping to capitalize with his offense. And oh, there's a mojo hit for Montgomery Landry as he gets hit right in the mojo. We'll see if that takes him down to neutral or brings him down to tense, but that runner reaches and it will bring him down to tense. It's like 2 mojo drops for him, so he was locked in and he drops to tense, so he has a chance to recover, as it could have been way worse. And Francesca Brown pops that, or flies out to deep center field, and Liam Undermeyer catches that, tosses it in. The runner has to stay at first. And that brings us to the top of the order with Knox Horn and a runner on first base. And Montgomery Landry still tense after that fly out with 2 outs here. We'll see what he can do to try and get out of this inning and maybe get that mojo adjusted back to neutral. I think and the runner was going on the hit and run, and that one goes through the left side. Kamari Butler gets it over to third base, but they do now have 2 runners on for Archie Sormore, the DH here in the 2 spot, and Montgomery Landry still tense with 2 runners on and 2 outs. We'll see if he can get out of this unscathed after getting hit right in the gut. 3-0 count now, and he has to be very careful here. And he gets the pop-up. Another one to shallow right field, and this time Zeke Green calls off Jillian Fisher, and that's out number 3. So good fight for Montgomery Landry as he gets hit right in the mojo and goes from locked in down to tense, but he's able to get out of the inning and does not allow a run. But no longer a perfect game for him. And Bruce Wishwash almost made a huge mistake there as Kayla Carta got ahead of that one and pulled it foul. But now she's down 0-2 with Little Hack active. And she fouls another off-speed pitch off. And that one put right back up the middle, and Kayla Carter gets the first hit of the day for the Buzzwings. She gets a mojo boost as well. She's sitting on first base with a single. And that brings us to Zeke Green, who has been used more of a backup bench role in this tournament so far after starting, and he grounds out immediately to first base, but Maxton Myers tosses over to second base, and Joe Tent drops it. I think that's more on Maxton Myers on that error as he threw that ball in the dirt. Joe Tent tries to recover, but both runners are safe, and now Rally Stopper gets activated for Bruce Wishwash, and everything's maxed out pretty much. But Tandy Saunders gets his first hit as he puts that down the line, and the runner is going to score, and another one goes to third, and now we see that, oh my goodness, Tandy Saunders, of all people, comes up huge with a base hit down the left field line, scoring a run, and now we have runners on first and third for Liam Undermeyer. He's locked in. Bruce Wishwash goes from locked in down to neutral, but Rally Stopper, is still activated. Here comes Tough Out with a 1-2 count. Fouling it off is Liam Undermeyer. We'll see what he can do. The captain's been big all tournament long. Can he make a big moment happen here? And he pulls that one just past Maxton Myers at first base, and another run scores against the daunting Bruce Wishwash, who now has 2 runners on against Jillian Fisher. So once again, we will see Rally Stopper activated. But Bruce is in a bit of trouble with no outs and 2 runners on against Jillian Fisher. 1-1 count, and that one gets pulled to Maxton Myers. That time he makes the play to second base and gets the double play back to him. So now a runner on third base for Landon Stone, and that was a big double play in a moment where they really needed it against the very hot Jillian Fisher, very dangerous Jillian Fisher. So here comes Landon Stone. 2-0 count, and he has yet to see a fastball, and that ball, he hits it hard, but right to Joe Ten and grounds out to short to end the inning. But 2 runners come across in the inning. Very big third inning for both teams. Very eventful. And now Montgomery Landry comes back out there, and he has to face off against Ginger Munster right away. Ace Exterminator coming up. And she hits that ball hard to dead center field, and I don't know if it's going to be deep enough, and it is. It goes into the shrubbery in the batter's eye, and Ginger Munster with one swing puts the Thumpers back in this one. And Montgomery Landry made a mistake, and she made him pay, as she usually does. And this is going to be a very interesting ball game, as Montgomery Landry is still tense, and he lets another first hit pitch go through, and that's a base hit to right field. So with no outs, Caleb Thompson, another ace exterminator, comes up with a runner on first base. And Montgomery is still tense. We'll see if he can finally settle in here. A double play would be huge for him in this moment, as he gets a 1-1 count. Caleb hits that ball hard to right field, and that's just tailing foul, as I thought it was going to land in fair territory, but it goes just foul, and now 1-2 count. And Landry gets him looking with that pitch on the outside corner for strike 3, and that's a big strikeout in this moment. So now we have Vip Austin coming up. He's tense against a tense Montgomery Landry, and again, a double play would end this inning and end the threat for the Thumpers after scoring a leadoff home run. And that ball gets hit hard. Vip Austin lines to Zeke Green for out number 2 on a line in right field. And so now Joe Tent comes up. The shortstop was on the receiving end of an awkward throw from Maxton Myers that led to 2 runs last inning. We'll see what he can do here with 2 outs and a runner on first base. We were talking to him after the tournament against the Prowl, the series against the Prowl, and he was talking about how awkward it was for him to play second base when he's normally used to playing short. Full count, strikeout from Montgomery Landry with a runner on first, and way to get out of the inning after giving up a solo shot to Ginger Munster. And I think what you really hope for if you're on either of these teams is minimizing your mistakes. Try to avoid them, but when they do happen, try and minimize those mistakes wherever possible. And so now Bruce Wishwash, after a tough third inning, he gets that one off the wall to Knox Horn, and that one bounced off the small little lip that juts out there in left field, and a great play from Knox Horn to plan off the carom, but that's a leadoff double for Keegan Howell, and now RBI hero activated for Pork Nelson. We'll see if he can finally capitalize on it, and he hits that ball hard right to Keegan Thompson, and now that is a huge Caleb Thompson. That is a huge base running error from Keegan Howell, who was running on the pitch. And now that is a huge double play for the Thumpers. You'd love to see it if you're a Thumper, but boy, was that a mistake. And now, it hurts even more as we now see the base hit from Zeke Green to left center field that easily would have scored Howell from second base if he was still there. But now 2 outs, runner on first for Kayla Carter, who got a base hit to get this offense started for the Buzzwings in her last at-bat. And Bruce Wishwash is really going through it. 51 pitches through 4 now. And I don't think Stimulated is activated for him in this game. So 3-1 count now for Kayla Carter. Can she make him pay? That ball bounces right off of Caleb Thompson's glove, and she's going to reach. I do not believe that's an error. That ball was hit very hard, and Caleb Thompson was not able to keep it in his control. So that now becomes Zeke Green. Oh, I said Zeke Green earlier. I'll have to figure out who's on second base right now. But Zeke Green comes out with 2 outs, and he hits that ball. Maxton Myers dives to his right, and he makes the play and gets it over to Wishwash. So no runners score there in the bottom of the 4th, even though there was a great opportunity. But boy, they might be getting Bruce Wishwash out of this game earlier than would have been anticipated. But we need to see Montgomery Landry keep up his pace or pull him sooner rather than later, and he gets a ground out to Kayla Carter. Really great backhand play from her to get the out over at first base. So 1 out. Montgomery Landry still tense. He's been battling through this one, and he has to be careful with Francesca Brown, who is very sneaky with what she is able to do. Extreme pressure in this situation as well. And she hits that ball hard. Liam Undermeyer ranging over, and he's able to make the catch on the run right there in front of the warning track for out number 2. And that brings us back to the top of the order once again for Knox Horn, his third at-bat. He's 1 for 2 today. Montgomery Landry still laboring through this. His attributes do not look great. I feel like he should not be tense anymore after the work he's put in here. 3-1 count with 2 outs. Take strike 2. Full count, 2 down. Knox Horn takes ball 4. He is stone cold up there at the plate, as that ball was a really great off-speed pitch, and he didn't bite on it at all. So they decide to pull Montgomery Landry for Worry Habibi, who comes in, her third appearance on the day, or on the tournament, I believe, and Archie Sormore comes up with Knox Horn walking over there to first base and strikes out on 3 pitches. Archie Sormore goes down, and Worry Habibi comes in and shuts the door on any potential 2-out rally from the Thumpers. And now we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Tandy Saunders, who got the scoring going for the Buzzwings in his last at-bat, he got a base hit RBI single. He comes up now against Bruce Wishwash, and he hits that ball through the left field through the left field hole between third and short, the Liam Undermeyer special. And speaking of which, here's Liam himself, 1 for 2 with an RBI single in his last at-bat, and he's going to face off against a neutral Bruce Wishwash, who's getting to the end of his day at the 60-pitch mark. Liam takes ball 1 high, 1-1 count. He fouls off that hard curveball, and tough out gets activated here with 1-2 count. And he hits that one off the end of the bat to left field, flies out to Knox Horn, catching that one for an easy, lazy fly for out number 1. Tandy Saunders stays over there at first base, and here comes Jillian Fisher. The second baseman is 0 for 2 today. Very quiet day for her. And she hits that ball hard, but it goes just foul down the left field line into the stands. Takes ball 1 outside. And Tandy Saunders goes on the hit and run, and Joe Ten is right there, makes the play perfectly at second base, and what almost had an opportunity to sneak through the middle. Unfortunately, the hit and run actually works against them in that situation as they get the double play, and if you're a Thumper, you'll love to see it. And here comes Ginger Munster against Worry Habibi, now locked in after the home run. She gets the base hit through the left side and into left field for a leadoff hit, and a runner on first base for Britt Luna, who also does not have stimulated activated for this game. Here in the top of the 6th, the Buzzwings are just trying to get out of this with a win. Oh no, and oh geez, Worry Habibi tries to check on the runner, and she throws it right over the first baseman's head and into the dugout to advance the runner into scoring position. And now RBI Hero gets activated, and Kayla Cara tosses over to Habibi for out number 1, but the runner advances to third base, and that is the tying runner. Coming to the plate for Caleb Thompson, who's now tense and batting from the left side. Ace Exterminator offsets that a little bit, but Habibi, who's now tense, also needs to settle in here, and this might be a good time to pull the pitcher. Oh, great diving play from Carter. Only able to get the out at second base, and the runner scores to tie the game. But Kayla Carter preventing that the hitter from reaching base, and now 2 outs. Vip Boston gets pulled. Ryan Goodwin comes in. He's got volatile with 2 outs, pops up to the first pitch. Habibi trying to get out of this one with only allowing the 1 run to score. And she's still tense here. And she's going to get that one just foul. 1-2 count here. And another foul from Ryan Goodwin. And he takes ball 2 just on the top of the zone. It did not fall in. Fights another pitch off. And fights another one off. Really great battle from Ryan Goodwin, who hits that ball hard. And that's going to stay up. Nope, it bounces off the wall. Kamari Butler plays it off of the carom. And that's going to be a long, loud single from Ryan Goodwin coming off the bench to keep this inning going. almost looked like it was going to be a home run, but that wall in left is so high that it doesn't always. Those that probably deserve to be home runs don't get to be just because of how high that wall is. And Habibi is now battling through this. Pork Nelson throws it down and gets the runner at second base. So they tried to test the arm of Pork Nelson, and he shows them that he can also play the field. But a runner scores on an error from Habibi that puts the runner in scoring position, advances on a ground out, and then scores on a base hit. On an infield ground out. And now we head to the bottom of the sixth. Landon Stone against Bruce Wishwash takes strike one, 2-1 count, takes ball 3 low, and this is a good opportunity for him. And he walks. Landon Stone really knowing his hitting zone and the strike zone, takes ball 4. And so we have a runner on base for Keegan Howell, and they pull Bruce Wishwash here in this situation for Brianna Gangnam, who has an elite slider. And she shows it right there, but it does not fall into the zone. That's ball 1. And Keegan Howell pops up, and now the runner has to retreat, and Gangnam right next to the rubber catches that for out number 1. And here comes Pork Nelson. Now, one thing you want to watch out for is Landon Stone has stolen a few bases. If he gets into scoring position, that might be a very different position, but Francesca Brown has a great arm behind the plate, so they may not try and risk it here. And that one from Pork Nelson goes right up the middle for a base hit. The runner stays at second base, and now with 1 out, runner in scoring position, first and second for Kamari Butler, 1 for 2 with a single today. He was the one that hit the ball off of the wall in left field. I totally forgot about him. And he grounds that one to Joe Tent. Joe over to second, and he's not able to turn the double play. So we have a runner on third base. Kayla Carter comes up 2 for 2 with 2 singles, and if she can be the game-winning run right here with runners on first and third, this would be a huge opportunity for the Buzzwings to steal one at home. Little hack activates, and Kayla Carter comes through with a base hit, and that's the game winner. The Buzzwings win on a base hit up the middle from Kayla Carter, who was hitless for every game of this tournament, went down with a meniscus tear earlier in the first series, comes back in the last game of the series against the Lockhorns to put the dagger in that team, and coming up huge for this Buzzwings team. Comes through with a game-winning base hit against the Thumpers and a 3-2 victory in game 1 of the finals. And that means that the Buzzwings have the advantage through the rest of this. So 3 runs on 9 hits and an error for the Buzzwings compared to the 2 runs on 6 hits and an error for the Thumpers. So huge game. 2 runs being scored from one from either team in that 6th inning. But boy, this is going to be, I think, setting the tone for what this tournament's going to look like. Looking through the lineup, a couple of things to point out. Knox Horn coming into this one hot. He gets a base hit and a walk, but nothing much more after that. Ginger Munster stays hot, 2 for 3 with a home run and 2 runs scored. And then Caleb Thompson is the one hitting in the Ginger Munster on that infield ground out in the 6th inning for their 2nd run. And other than that, not much else of note offensively for the Thumpers. For the Buzzwings, Liam Undermeyer comes up big with a base hit, RBI base hit. Keegan Howell had a huge double, but ran into an out, unfortunately. Landon Stone walks and comes around to score there in the 6th inning to win the game. And then we see Pork Nelson advance the runner. We saw Kamari Butler come up with a big loud single, so maybe that leads to more offense later on. Kayla Carter got to be the player of the game in this one, 3 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. And then I also want to highlight Tandy Saunders going 2 for 2 today. His first 2 hits of the tournament, and one was an RBI single to get the scoring started for the Buzzwings. Now, Bruce Wishwash comes away with a loss, pitching 5 innings, giving up 7 hits, 1 walk, 2 earned runs, striking out just 2. Brianna Gangnam comes in after the walk from Bruce Wishwash in the 6th inning, gets 2 outs, but is not able to close it out as Kayla Carter gets the win. Montgomery Landry pitched a valiant effort today. His ERA actually drops as he only allowed 1 earned run, and it was on the home run from Ginger Munster. He gives up 4 hits and a walk, strikes out 4 in 4 2/3 innings. He got hit right in the crotch, and he battled through that, stayed tense for the rest of the game, but he put the Buzzwings in a position to win. And then Worry Habibi comes in, closes the door in the 5th inning, and then battles through a tough 6th inning, giving up 2 hits, an earned run, and striking out 1. She gets the win in this one. Taking a look, Ginger Munster actually gets the first star here. 2 for 3 with a home run, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Kayla Carter, 3 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. And then Montgomery Landry, with his valiant effort, gets the 3 spot. So, wow. Whew. What a first game of the tournament here, or first game of the finals and the conference championships here. Tournament championship finals here. I can't wait to see how the rest of this tournament goes, and we will be turning to 2 very interesting pitchers in the next matchup for the Thumpers and the Buzzwings. Les Ventura came out hot in his first start, but very much struggled in his second start, so we've kind of seen a tale of 2 Venturas in this tournament. We'll see which one comes out in this one. Alfredo Knox has been the victim of staying in too long. Which he has the workhorse trait, but if he comes out a little bit sooner, and probably both of his starts, his ERA looks better, his whip looks better, and he might be 2-0. But either way, we have a really great tournament finals ahead of us. I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.